What is going on, true believers? The Fed cut rates 25 BPS yesterday, and crypto proceeded to dump by about $200 billion, which was recovered about 60 billion of that over the last couple of hours as the market started to rebound and recover until USA, USA. And now the market is about dead even because the vultures, leeches, parasites, goblins of the US investment market are continuing to steal your money out of the market in order to pay themselves. So, what does that mean? Well, it means that American investors are trash. I believe that's how they say it in Jersey. It's a Jersey thing. They're trash. So we'll break this down, kind of give you an idea of what's going on in this market, let you know how this breaks out. And look, if you have a Fiat bag, if you have a DevvE bag, you're feeling pretty good today. So shout out to you. You're making it. But as the rest of the market starts to fall, Dow Jones recovering just a little bit on the day. We'll break it down. I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. I told you yesterday that there was a 90, that somewhere in the 90,000s for Bitcoin, that's where the 50-day MA was. And it really kind of looks like we're going to end up touching it. And that means that right now that's 92,000. So we could be looking at a lot more dump to come in the next couple of days. But I'll let you know. Let's break it down. This is not financial advice, but I'm always right.
It's your boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 I'm always right.
All right, guys. So let's break this down. As we sit right now, the crypto market is at about 3.2 billion overall. 3.51 is the total overall cap. But we did have a tremendous dip over the last couple of days, down to 3.2 for a little while. Not that long ago, we got a little bit of a recovery coming back around. We were at $3.7 trillion in market cap not that long ago. Bitcoin is in a very tight sort of channel. Let's break some of this stuff down. But before we do, make sure that you hit the like button on the way in. It's the only thing that I need from you guys. You know what I mean? That's all we need to do. That's all we need to do is just let's break it down. All right. So Bitcoin struggles post FOMC, what Powell's speech means for crypto investors. Now, there were a couple of pieces that were in this FOMC meeting point where they said that they were going to cut it 25 basis points. Now, during the FOMC press conference, Powell reiterated the Federal Reserve's inability to hold Bitcoin and dismissed the possibility of seeking legal changes to allow this. Addressing questions about a U.S. government Bitcoin reserve, Powell stated, "We're not looking for a law change." Now, that right there makes you sound like you're holding the wrong project or the wrong product. Here's the thing. Jerome Powell has said that he has no interest in resigning when Donald Trump takes office. And Look, I don't know. Once you're nominated, it's for a term. You can't be fired. The Fed is independent, so you can't be fired. So Trump can't really do anything about it. But if you're not wanted there, then most likely we'll have a. I feel like I'm saying it and people don't hear it. He cannot fire Jerome Powell. It's an appointment. It's an assignee. He has a term and a contract and an agreement. Can't be terminated for no cause. New president coming in is not reason for it to happen. Now, Gary Gensler, his was up in June. His appointment was up in June. So there was a reason for Gary Gensler to leave. And Jerome Powell, I don't know how this will end up playing out. Okay. However, let's go on and let's continue to start with the market jitters. The broad market was further shaken by Powell's announcement that the Fed's 2025 rate cut projection have been halved from 4 to 2, signaling a cautious monetary policy outlook. This shift led to market-wide sell-offs, with Bitcoin breaking below the 100,000 psychological threshold. Now, altcoins bore the brunt of the bearish sentiment, with Ethereum falling 6%, XRP down 10%, and Avalanche, Chainlink, and Litecoin each losing 16% in the past 24 hours. Now, despite this bearish sentiment, Bitcoin whale activity has remained robust, revealing that large transactions exceeding 100,000 hit a 7-day high of 926,000 Bitcoin on December 16, indicating sustained institutional interest. CoinGlass data shows a 39% surge in Bitcoin trading volumes, reaching 150 billion. Exchange net flows also revealed 43 million in net outflows on December 19 as traders move Bitcoin into cold storage, signaling confidence in long-term value. Now, here's the thing. Crypto analyst Ali highlighted that Bitcoin had broken out of a head and shoulders pattern, projecting a potential bearish target of 99,000. However, he emphasized the importance of surpassing the 105.4 resistance level to invalidate the bearish outlook. So if Bitcoin starts to surge a little bit and we can break out above 105,000, then that would provide confirmation of bullish continuation of momentum. But there's no reason for that to happen right now. The reason for that not to happen right now is because people are taking profit. Bears win during holidays. It's pretty simple at this point. It's a fairly simple dynamic. They are going to dump into this holiday to pay taxes, et cetera, et cetera. You know, there's a lot of different reasons, but they're going to clear out for the end of the year. And look, every beginning of the year, January, is a new broom sweeping clean, if you will, and the market starts to pump. Now, because this is the bull run, if you will, then January, we're going to have an explosive move. The question right now is, how far down are we going to go? What is it going to look like? Will we get kind of a dead cat bounce? Some of the projects that I look at are already at the spot where I said they were going to be, which means that the sell-off might be even worse. So let's kind of, let's break it down and we'll kind of look at it and I'll give you guys an idea. But next up, crypto markets down. Why XRP, Chainlink, and Solana prices are rising. Amid the crypto market crash, XRP, Link, and Solana prices are gaining strength with rising investor interest and falling Bitcoin alt correlation. Solana to Bitcoin was actually breaking out just recently. XRP, the same. Did it hold up? Well, no, not really. As a matter of fact, it did not. If you look at the flows over here on the ETF, you had inflows of 272 million on Bitcoin, and on Ethereum, you had 2.5 million. So you had inflows, but it's very small. You only saw just a little bit coming in. So I would venture to say that we're probably looking at some negative days coming up very, very soon. BlackRock was the one, by the way, for the Ethereum ETFs that basically saved everything because of their continued inflows. But I do think that the ultimate market's been resilient so far, but it won't stay that way if we continue to have downward momentum. Despite the crypto market downtrend, and by the way, this is a small downtrend over a couple of days. Cole Gardner's analysis presents a new insight into the altcoin season. According to Cole, altcoin correlation to Bitcoin has hit its lowest point in 12 months. And by the way, it should stand to look, guys. I try to tell you every day, don't fall for these fucking dum-dums out here. But if you go to altcoin season and you start to poke around, then you see dingbats like Lark Davis. If you think altcoin season is over, you need to know this. The total altcoin market is sitting around 1 trillion. It's tapping the previous altcoin. Then somebody else here says altcoin season. This is the Moon Carl. Altcoin season is still on. Crypto Rover, altcoin season continues now. These fucking guys are killing you. They are absolutely fucking killing you because you listen to these dum-dums doing this dumb shit, and then you make your wager based upon these idiots, and what happens? You get ganked every single time. And by the way, I don't mean to be disrespectful to Lark Davis. Ultimately, long term, everybody's right about Bitcoin. If you just say it's going to go up, duh. It's the in-between days. It's the rest of the market. It's all the other pieces along the way. Those are the ones where the questions come into play. As a matter of fact, Lark Davis, this fucking genius, a couple of hours ago, says, here we go. Bitcoin's all-time high, stay on target, or did he delete it? You think altcoin season is over? No. If you think altcoin season, we said that a bunch of times. Okay. For the FOMC decision, he kept doing this. 25 basis points. Here we go. Just minutes away. The crypto market, when the Fed cuts rates today, this is what he's telling you. This is what Lark Davis was telling you yesterday, that when the Fed cut rates today hit, that crypto market is going to take off like a rocket ship or whatever. Right? What did I tell you? Yesterday, I told you that 50 MA probably needed to be touched, that we probably need some more dip on it in order for it to, like we need one of those little bloodbaths that come down into this range. Now, if it takes a few more days leading into the holidays and it keeps coming up over here, then it won't seem so bad. You get to December at this current level, it'd be about 95,000. So you could see it just kind of slowly sell down here and then start to spike. Really, it would look more like going sideways and then up. But that's what I gave you yesterday, that the 50 MA is what I was concerned with. And these guys, these fucking moon boys, are telling you, hey, put your money in. It'll be fine. And they're probably going long to liquidate you to begin with. And you fell for it. So stop listening to these fucking people, man. Stop listening to these people. They don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, Bitcoin data reveals no significant panic selling in the market, shakeout, or trend shift. And that is the question, really, is are we still resilient? Well, look, Bitcoin is not crypto anymore as it stands compared to altcoins. Bitcoin helps. A rising tide raises all boats. We do know that. But the correlation between Bitcoin and these other ones, it's dragging it along, but it's not nearly as spot on as it used to be. Look, Bitcoin continues to rip, continues to roar, continues to achieve new all-time highs, continues to do what can only be described at this point as Bitcoin level shit. But at the same time, Ethereum, 3,600. Ethereum, way back when, 4,800. If you just consider this, okay? This was the previous top for Bitcoin, right? And if you go up here to the top, Bitcoin is up 56% from its previous all-time high in the previous market. If Ethereum did that, if Ethereum did 56%, then Ethereum would currently be sitting at around 8,000. It's at 3,600. Okay, 3,599 right now. But if Ethereum was along with Bitcoin doing its thing, then we'd be looking at an almost $8,000 Ethereum. And are we? No, not even close. What about Solana? If Solana did the same thing, what would it look like? Well, 56% would be the number that we're looking at. So 56% would put us at, bet it's going to be 400 or 420. 56.6, about 400, a little bit over 400, about 415, 420. And it's going to be 420, by the way. But look, it's not happening. The correlation between the two, between Bitcoin and altcoins, is no longer there. And by the way, we now have a negative day in crypto. Thanks, America. You're absolutely killing it. Now, just to give you guys an idea of why I would say that, if you look at the market over here, this is the market since America came online. They're just absolutely dumping everything out. This was the bottom yesterday. And guess what? We had a huge correction back up until the U.S. market came online. And now the U.S. market, which dumped everything yesterday, is continuing to dump again today. Why are they continuing to dump? Well, the answer to that is, hold on one second. I'll point it out to you. There we go. So that's the U.S. market yesterday leading into this FOMC, right? We had just a huge sell-off into it. And now what do we have? We have this big green candle. And this big green candle was actually up quite a bit higher as we started the day. When we started the day, we were looking at almost 500 points that the market was up. Now it's down to 198. The money is coming out of crypto and going into the Dow Jones at this point. So that's what you're seeing. So hopefully that will reverse, but as of right now, it has not really as of yet. Okay. So, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. And guys, I cannot stress this enough. Do you know how we now have a new president-elect? Do you know how Jerome Powell during the fall started saying, restrictive for policy, blah, blah, fucking blah, blah, blah. And then he went with the old, let's do a 50 basis point cut because he was trying to get his party elected. Then what did he do? More rate cut. Now here we are. Not only do we have more rate cut, but Donald Trump is your president-elect. So what does Jerome Powell do? We think it's necessary right now to take a much more cautious approach. Okay. Do you not see what's happening there? So I do think that we are looking at a situation in which Jerome Powell is playing politics. It is my opinion. I don't have any data that would back that up, by the way. It is just my opinion. And shout out to Coins Chick, who just gifted somebody a membership here. Make sure you sign up. Matter of fact, become a member of the channel. What is wrong with you? Like something broke in your head? Ew, gross. Anyway, so the money's going back into the Dow Jones. It will come back into crypto a little bit later on. We could see more sell-off, by the way. I'm not saying that we're done at this point. We could end up seeing a lot more sell-off. Like it came up to 102,754, and then it came back down. And the question would be, will it go up some more? Are we done with this move? And I don't think that we are, by the way. I don't think that we're done. I'm going to show you why in just a few minutes. But let's keep going here. North Korean hackers account for 61% of stolen crypto in 2024, totaling 1.34 billion. Now, with that in mind, let's go back and let's talk about that scam organization, the GemPad. So for those of you that don't know, MSI, which by the way, will be relaunching in a couple of days on the Solana blockchain, coming this Friday, new name, new contract, new blockchain, second chance. And the reason that all of this is happening is right here. As some of you may have noticed coming from the GemPad, let's zoom in on this. As some of you may have noticed, an incident occurred last night where someone managed to breach our security locks. We immediately contacted all our partners and experts in the space to investigate and resolve the situation. The issue has now been fully identified and mitigated. All other locks are now safe, giving GemPad team time to push a complete contract upgrade. Locker is temporarily unavailable until our next announcement. Only a small number of projects were affected, and we can confidently assure you that this cannot happen to any other projects. For all the projects that were affected, we are deeply sorry, and we will contact them all and work with them. What does that mean? They entrusted you to hold their money. They entrusted you with their money, and you are deeply sorry. Okay. We'll provide further updates through official announcements as soon as we have more information. Until then, we ask for your patience and understanding. Now, the only job they have is to keep your liquidity safe. That's it. That's their only job. Or to be able to provide you with assurance. Now, what is their assurance? My bad, is their assurance. Now, let me come over here and let me go into my messages, because if you let me find it over here, because I do have now they may have deleted it, or well, here we go, right here. If you guys can see this is from Nexus AI, and this is from somebody else who saw these are people who saw my my post yesterday where I was talking about the scam right here. Nexus AI, we got hacked last year after using GemPad to launch their smart contracts. Were audited, but not linked to any deployed smart contracts, and everything was closed source. We have since then been attacked and extorted on social media by accounts we believe associated with them. Then they also targeted us and provided a false report trying to accuse us of the hack, although we got the FBI and AML bot involved to trace all the transactions and try to secure the funds. Now, I won't give you the rest of the details on it, but it is safe to say at this point that we know, or at least we have reason to speculate here, that GemPad, here we go, GemPad. The GemPad is a scam organization. The GemPad has blocked you. Just so you guys know, like, all I did right here was point something out, and guess what? The GemPad has blocked you. Just in case you were wondering, they are paying attention. They know that people are talking about them, and they are just pretending like nothing is wrong, and they are just going on, and the only thing they're doing is blocking people. And they blocked me. And it was because of this post right here. This is GemPad doing their thing, and I put this out. Okay. The GemPad holds liquidity under the guise of safety for locking. They were hacked, and about 27 cryptos were affected. People paid GemPad to be the security for their projects, and the GemPad used 2 auditors that they might have been in league with to rob these projects. Flash forward, and these projects were liquidated for 2.3 million USD, and the GemPad response is, oh, well, things happen. I'm sorry, they're deeply sorry. Do not put your money on this platform, and if you do, cancel your agreement and find another liquidity lock that is trustworthy. This is a warning. They scammed once, they will scam again, and they will blame some random people that they will work with law enforcement to apprehend. A tale as old as time itself. And then I get that update from Nexus. So then I put up here almost 1 year ago, the GemPad appears to have scammed another project, and they have sent me details outlining how their liquidity also disappeared. Stay away from GemPad. Okay. Now, does that mean that GemPad is a scam organization? Not necessarily. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means that, you know, these guys, and by the way, 61% chance it was North Korea. 39% chance it was GemPad. Okay. And they haven't sent me a cease and desist. They haven't told me, hey, stop talking about us. Hey, stop doing anything. Because you know why. You know why. Anyway, so on Friday, we should see something announced from MSI that will result in whatever, we'll see what happens here. Let's go back here. The GemPad I just put, wait a minute, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, what's the word, GemPad right here. You see Pablo, the GemPad proposal letter for all projects. The GemPad is not to be used or trusted ever again unless they refund all projects. This is their recovery plan. And I'm going to cop this over here. And then we're going to throw this in here so that you can see. First of all, we want to express our deepest sympathies. We understand the stress and challenges you are facing as we are in the same boat. We are committed to work alongside you to overcome this situation. As all of you know, we built our reputation in spaces as the most trusted DeFi launchpad over a 3-year period by supporting our projects to achieve the most success, innovative platform, and as many safety precautions as possible to protect our community users. That does not stop now. Due to the fact that multiple projects have been affected, the situation is complex and a straightforward solution is not feasible, as GemPad does not have the financial resources to directly inject liquidity back into the projects. What are you doing with your money then? As a result, we have developed this strategy aimed at supporting all impacted projects as much as possible. Number one, relaunch with a pre-sale. Give us more money. The way that you fix this problem, guys, I'm not shitting you. I'm not even kidding. Their answer is, hey, go to your investors and ask them to give you more money, and then we'll hold it for you. GemPad will waive all upfront fees and will not take any percentage from the sale. Just a year from now, on the back end, oops, did we get hacked again? We will provide comprehensive support, including full-time advisory service, pinned sale on our Launchpad for best exposure. We will also speak with our partners for some marketing push free of charge. This is optional. Step 2, we immediately engaged a reputable cybersecurity firm as soon as the attack began. We cannot go into the work scope details as we were advised against giving much info at this point. Duh. If successful, we anticipate recovering the majority of the stolen assets, enabling us to refund your liquidity. If you will create a new sale and a new pool for your project, like said in step 1, by the time we get the funds back, we will send you the amount we receive back that you can use for marketing and further development of the project. GemPad does not currently have the financial resources to cover the entire $2 million loss. Best case is to recover funds as in step 2. However, we plan to establish a dedicated wallet exclusive for the 27 affected projects and share our profits to recover as much funds as possible after each project has agreed to the process. So, if you trusted GemPad before and they just screwed you over, the only way that they're going to give you your money back is if you continue to lock more of your investors' liquidity into their shit show. Do you hear that? They're telling you that the only way that they are going to help you as a project is if you continue to just trust them. They got it, bro. GemPad will allocate 20% of its revenue share from project success listing fees to this wallet, allowing full transparency and traceability. This will require some time, potentially several months, depending on the impact this breach had on our platform. Under this plan, liquidity recovery would follow a 50-50 model, with GemPad providing up to half of the funds and liquidity stolen from the funds we will build up, while the affected project owners can contribute additional funds if possible. So listen, everything's going to be okay if you just give us more money. If you just give us more money, we'll have more money. And if we have more money, then we'll be able to, give you half of the money that we stole from you to begin with. While we are devastated by the situation, it's important to note that GemPad has consistently prioritized security. Our contracts were audited by 2 reputable firms, and we maintain full compliance with all security protocols. This incident has been a sobering reminder that no decentralized ecosystem is without risk. Nonetheless, we are acting in good faith to support you during this difficult time. This proposed strategy reflects our commitment to helping you regain stability and protect your holders as much as possible. Guys, you can't make this shit up. And I can't read it. I can't finish reading it without laughing. Like, what the fuck is going on here? This is the wildest shit you've ever seen. Okay, basically, to summarize here, the GemPad stole $2.3 million from you, and they'll give you back $1.15 million over a bunch of months, but only if you just give them more money. You can't make that shit up. That is what's happening right now with GemPad. That is absolutely bonkers. That is absolutely bonkers. That is so fucking crazy. Now, here's a little bit more on it. GemPad suffers a massive DeFi hack. Urgent need for enhanced security measures and robust insurance protocols as we head towards a new crypto bull run. These are all of the different projects that were affected by it. And here, by the way, is Nexus AI. Statement regarding last year's incident with XZO Network on GemPad. Last year, around this time, we launched XZO Network on the GemPad platform. Despite our efforts to ensure a secure launch with a code, following this incident, a targeted campaign was orchestrated against our team by GemPad. This campaign falsely accused us of malicious intent by leveraging misleading and fabricated information to discredit us. So not only did they screw another company and steal from that company, they then blamed that company from stealing from themselves. It was absolutely bonkers. And look, here is, by the way, this is where all the funds went. You can't like oh my god, you can't even make this shit up. You can't even make this shit up. All right, so and by the way, they're just, if you don't give them the money, they're just blocking you. They just blocked me. All I did was tell you guys exactly what they stole from you. So and it's wild, by the way. And you know, just to be clear here, there's a lot of people that lost a lot of money from each and every one of these projects. Not the least of which is MSI. So MSI is going to have to relaunch with zero liquidity. Like that is literally the path forward for MSI. Like there's no way possible. Like it's absolutely unbelievable to watch this scam organization stealing from people. Just absolutely nuts. But you know who's not stealing from people? DevvE. DevvE is out here right now and has, if you guys didn't know, and I did report this to you yesterday, one of the top 10 innovative crypto projects to watch in 2025. Now, when you're on Binance Square as one of the top 10 projects, that's got to mean something. And what does it mean so far? Well, it means that DevvE is at about 80 cents right now. Just spiked up, by the way, to about 87 cents overnight. Looks like it's continuing on. It looks like we're getting a continued run. So let's pop this up. And you can see here, like it's a continuation of that pattern. If it does, in fact, continue on and upwards, then $1.15 is the next resistance point. So there is a safe road for DevvE to continue just absolutely breaking out. Now, you know, $1.15 is not where anybody is looking to go. Roy G says, I saw an interview from Austin from DevvE on the Crypto Rain channel yesterday. He was talking about DevvE and kind of let it slip about the announcement that is coming in January, very bullish. And yeah, I think we all kind of thought that, you know, there's no way that a company is going to announce it at the end of the year. So it would most likely roll over into January. And we don't know if it's the big partner or if it's some other partner. Like, we really don't know what it is that's going to happen. But look, Austin was very coordinated in how he was leaving that announcement out there for people. Look, this thing is going to go parabolic at some point very, very soon. It's going to, and look, life will not be the same once this thing breaks out. Like, this is doing what the rest of the market was doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just coming up here into this range. Again, $1.15 is going to be where I think it heads to next. Once it hits $1.15, then I think it rejects pretty hard and then breaks out, and we see an all-time high coming very, very soon. But not only that, if it can do that, like if it can make it through here before the end of the year, and then continue on and start breaking into this range right here before the end of the year, then things are going to get even more and more and more and more and more bullish. Now, the idea here is, first of all, by the way, market cap here is 30 million. It's not 60 million like the numbers from CoinMarketCap are kind of messed up a little bit. So 30 million market cap. If it goes to a 3 billion market cap, that's 100x from where we are. All right. And if it does that, that's $79 per crypto. So, you know what I mean? There we go. So, and this is the guy that told me that Bitcoin wasn't going to go to 30,000 last year. So take that for what you will. Anyway, so from a $30 million market cap to 300 million, if it goes 10x from here, right? If it goes 10x from here, that would be $7.94. Let's call it $8. So we go to $8 if it 10x'd, right? And that would only be a $300 million market cap. So when they announce it, and look, I can say it now because it's being leaked everywhere, but the company that we basically believe that it is, and that the rumors are, is that it's NASDAQ. That's what the rumor is. So, and I'm seeing it openly in a lot of chats right now, and I'm seeing it openly on Twitter right now, that that's who the partner is. Now, I don't know if it's true. What I did say was I had some videos out on this exact same topic over a year ago. And if you go back and look at some of my videos, and you will see that what NASDAQ was saying actually matches 100% what DevvE is saying today from a year ago. So it is possible that that's one of the partners. Now, there's other partners, and I will let you guys go investigate those, but they are government contracts. And if you go see them, your jaw might drop one more time. It's not US, by the way, but it is some government contracts, and that they've been testing, or allegedly may have been testing the DevvE blockchain, DevX, for a while now. And what they're saying in their updates matches up with all of the things in the DevvE white paper. Now, the thing for me is, it's very possible that there's a bunch of different blockchains that are out there that it could be that also match up favorably with that. So I'm not saying that it is DevX blockchain, but yeah. Anyway, for me, this is a no-brainer. And by the way, I do hope that we don't get the pump until after Christmas, because, you know, fingers crossed. So if you haven't already, it's not the last call for DevvE. They're still, in my opinion. I told you what is the play, what happens, right? I gave it to you. I give it to you all the time. What is the play? The play is, once you've had that full form move from bottom to top, right? You've established a trend. You come back down into this range, and then what do? You go up to the 236. What did it do last night? Went up to the 236. What is it going to do now? Probably come back down to at least 75 or 70 cents, maybe even 70 down here, 75, 70. Then we get this move, and we go test the high one more time. And then if it gets accepted into that range, then we start talking about the golden ratio. Golden ratio is at $1.85. So there's a lot of movement to be had for DevvE going into whatever it is that we're going into. And if it plays out that way, then you guys are going to make out like bandits. I'm already a big holder. So for me, I'm super happy. Like, this thing could go down to 30 cents again. I would still be super happy. Do you know what I mean? And if it goes down to 30 cents, and that's just another big buy opportunity, because I do think for sure that in January, it will be at least 224. Now, I gave you at the end of the year, I expected an announcement by this point. And by the way, I am something of a bear, if I may add, when it comes to how much I think things are going to pump until I see it actually break out, until I actually see, something happen here. Then I don't believe that it's going to, right? I don't think of it that way. So I thought, $9.67. I don't think it's going to make $9.67 by the end of the year. I think at best $2.50 now by the end of the year. But afterwards, in January, $10, and then by March or April, $50. The end. And by the way, there's a lot of you. There are a lot of you that are going to be like, ha 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 ha, and then you're going to be like, what the just happened? You know what I mean? No, I have not staked my DevvE. You don't earn, you don't earn DevvE from staking. You just get you just go. It's my understanding that what you get from that is the ability to buy into other projects and stuff like that. So my DevvE that I had before was stolen from the staking pool. So I keep my DevvE pretty close to the vest. Remember, I'm no longer, none of my stuff. Once I trade something in any of my wallets, I renounce whoever the authorized place is. And I spend an extra couple bucks, like each time. Like I do not attach my wallet to my computer anymore. Nothing. Like I keep my stuff as secure and as safe as absolutely possible. And at this point in that staking mechanism, it would be exposed. So right now, I do not have it staked or anything. I am just holding it in my pocket, and that is it. Nobody's going to touch my DevvE. So, but again, we're in a move right now. Looks like upward momentum. So very possible we test 115, then a comeback down here. This 50 is moving up pretty fast. So it would make kind of sense here for it to move in this direction. And we see a bounce here at the heart line of this channel. And then from the heart line of that channel, you get a bounce and a breakout to about 250 or something like that. That's the way I would see it most likely happening. So make sure if you don't, that you get yourself some DevvE today. And if you don't have any, I have cashed out twice on Cryptonomy. And CC Coin, if you haven't already, certainly go get yourself a bag, because CC Coin is trading at 502, trading at 502 right now, 302 right now. Had a dump in the last few hours. Remember, it's an unfavorable pairing right now because Solana price is dumping super hard, down to almost $200 from $260 just a few days ago. And now it's, got bought back up here just a little bit. But look, you don't normally see a whole bunch of big sell-off here. So, you're just seeing small buys and sells going through here. So it's not somebody selling off. It's just an unfavorable pairing in the market right now. So you got 31,000 in buys, 31,000 or 32,000 in buys, 32,000 sells. You're kind of just across the board, but you've had a 10% reduction in your value here, which comes back to Solana, which is down 6%. So as soon as Solana reverses, then I would expect that we're probably going to see a nice little pump continuation for that. And if it does, then here's where my next target would be. Let's take this and we're going to delete that. And then we're going to take this and we're going to take this and we're going to say, you know what? This is where we're going to go. So the next move, in my opinion, and that's kind of like that. So the next move is going to be up here to about 25. So about 3 zeros to 5. You know what I mean? So that's where I think it's going to happen. And no. Bears are the greatest team in the NFL. Without victory. Without victories, the Bears are the greatest team in the NFL. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty fucking bad for the Bears right now. Just absolutely crazy. BitBull, in case you guys don't know, BitBull is another one that, look, like most of the market, everything is just getting suffocated, right? This is because you're being shaken out. You're being shaken out of your positions, and that's fine. I mean, if you're not going to make it, you're not going to make it. It's okay. But what you're seeing right now is this thing broke out of this little trend line right here, but it broke sideways, which that's what happens. But it's going to make a big move towards that upside. Will it come back to its all-time high? Absolutely 100%. Will it come past that into its golden ratio? Absolutely 100%. All of these cryptos are going to make it. They're just not making it right now because the rest of the broader crypto market are a bunch of four-eyed goon babies that are just selling everything out because America, F yeah. You know what I mean? So I would look, I think the market is going to reverse here. I think this is just the U.S. market kind of listless, trying to digest what happened yesterday and the rate cuts and where it applies. And so I think that what we had last time was we had a double top. We had a top up here, and then we had you trying to get suckered in. And guess what we had? Bearish divergence happens right here. Bearish divergence is happening right there. And now the move would end up going, up ultimately. But the question is, where is the next thing? And look, it's very possible that we come back down here a little bit more, bounce off of the 50 MA. 50 MA, by the way, looks parabolic at this point. So, if you look at it from this context and say, well, it's heading straight up. So in a couple days, it could just come down over here and it'll still hit, but it won't be nearly as much coming out. It might be another 20, 30 billion coming out of the market and not hundreds and hundreds of billion. So that's what ultimately I think will end up happening. So there you go. Now let's all right. So UFD, by the way, UFD, which is unicorn fart. Jesus Christ. It's the dumbest fucking thing you've ever seen. Unicorn fart dust. Unicorn fart dust is up 200 and something percent, 251% today. And by the way, for those of you that didn't believe me, Pengu, I kept telling you, don't get Pengu early. Wait for a dip. It's going to come way down. Well, it's way down. Then it came back up a little bit. Now it's back down again. And the question is, how far down will it go? If it's going in this direction, it's probably going to go in this direction. So it's probably going to come down here a little bit more before it breaks out. Now, because Pengu is a real, like, it's one of the real crypto projects that's transferred itself into the mainstream, then I think that ultimately Pengu is going to have a nice little run. Just right now, it needs to get rid of all of the people who roll their windows up and smell their own farts. Those kind of people, the weirdos, the creeps, the crypto bros. And so the crypto bros are going to have to sell off for some profit, bro. Like, I just want to take my money. You know what I mean? Like, just totally to try to, just try to make a little something happen here. It's like Christmas time. It's like, maybe I need to get myself another vape pen. You know what I mean? Like, totally, or, whatever you fucking say. But going to be a little bit more sell-off, in my opinion. And then we'll have probably a pretty good move. Like, it continues to try to build up. But as it's not getting back into this range right here, new investors are like, you know what? I'm just going to sell. And they just kind of sell. And it's Michael, by the way. It's Michael. So there you have it. There you have it. So that is, I think that's about it. North Korea stealing the money, using GemPad to steal it. GemPad blocking anybody who says anything bad about them. Bitcoin's market cap reaches new all-time high against gold. So Peter Schiff is probably, locked up in a car, smelling his own farts. Also, the final piece here, Solana replicates early 2024 pattern. Can Sol surge past 420 in Q1? And yes, the answer to that is going to be a resounding maybe, but also it's going to be a yes. So that's it, guys. That's the show. There's a lot going on in this market. Give yourself a little bit of time. Just have a little bit of patience with everything. And Thomas Weekly says, what is this here? Bears best non-winning team. I'm a Giants fan. All right, guys. So I just lost power in my house. There's people working on it somewhere back in the back. So yeah, it's we'll have to talk to you guys tomorrow. So that's it for the show. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon. Well, it's safe to say now that we're in the best phase of the bull market, and everything indicates that we've got 4 or 5 more active and volatile months in crypto ahead of us until spring. There are tons of bullish factors, and what's especially exciting this time is that this bull run isn't fueled by retail. Top institutional players are making big moves, giving the market much more growth potential than previous crypto cycles. We can't afford to miss this opportunity. Given the current market situation, now is the perfect time to accumulate positions. While weak hands are selling, institutions are buying. And for those looking to maximize gains from this bull run without taking unnecessary risk, Cryptonomy has launched an innovative product that unlocks the full potential of their elite trading team. And guys, I am thrilled to introduce you to the Cryptonomy Margin Trading Program. With this program, every Cryptonomy user can fully capitalize on the current market phases, backed by phenomenal performance achieved by the Cryptonomy team, thanks to extensive preparation for this period. Now, let's talk about some of the key features. You can customize your trading position to fit your needs. You can select the duration of the trade, the leverage level, and any of the 700 plus available coins for trading, and you know they have a big supply. Profits accumulate daily in the native coin of your deposit. All trading activity is insured up to 6.1 GBP by the Cryptonomy Foundation, making this product highly secure for users while granting access to margin trading benefits and years of trading expertise. Combine this program with staking and the Launchpool to unlock the full potential of your Cryptonomy account. This allows every user to maximize gain during this period while eliminating risks and FOMO, which is critical at this time. Now, guys, if you are interested in future and margin trading, this is your time to get in. You can make a deposit and start trading today.